on how to do this construction for the mid-segment of a trapezoid. So you have in this this task here that I posted, or the directions that I posted in Blackboard, you have the directions, but it seemed like it was helpful last night to go through the construction as you're still getting familiar with GeoGebra. So I just wanted to make a quick 5-minute video and show you how to make this construction. So this is what we're going to end up with. This is a trapezoid. Recall a trapezoid is a quadrilateral where two sides of the quadrilateral are parallel. So this side and this side are parallel, and we can construct them in GeoGebra so that they always remain parallel no matter how we drag them. All right. The other two sides can be anything, so we can make it something like this or like this. As long as two sides are parallel, then we've got a trapezoid. So I'm going to show you how to make this from scratch. So if we come back to a new GeoGebra window, we don't need the axes, so I'm going to shut those off. And we're going to begin by just putting a line. So if I use under the line tools, I'm going to use the very first one, just a line, and click 2 points. There's my line. And we want to create a line that's parallel to this line through a point that's not on the line. So the next thing we need is a point. So I'm going to put point C here. And then to create a parallel line, we go to this menu here. Notice there's a lot of different things: perpendicular, parallel, perpendicular bisector, and so on. So we want parallel line. And just as a reminder, if you hover, you can see that for a parallel line, I want to select a point and then the line that's going to be parallel. So I'm going to select my point, and this is going to be the line that's parallel. All right, so now I've got a line. Let's just verify that it's parallel. All right, so as we move this, we see this line always remains parallel. Okay, but to make a trapezoid, I need 4 points. So I'm going to go to the point tool and then put a fourth point, D, on this line. All right, so I've got my 4 points. Now I need to make the trapezoid. So we can just connect these with segments. So connect A and C with a segment, and then connect B and D with a segment. So now we have what looks like the outline of a trapezoid. Just to make it a little bit more clear, these aren't actually in the directions, but you can always add this. We'll just put a polygon in here just to make it clear where our trapezoid is. So again, just going to start at A, B, D, C, and then connect back to A. Now this was an issue that came up last night that I want to just talk about. All this labeling, it starts to get cluttered. So I just want to show how we can get rid of the labeling if you don't want all that clutter. A lot of it's just these segments are all labeled. So if I come over to segment and highlight them all, right click, and then click on show label, it takes those labels off, which is a little bit nicer for looking at, because we're going to put measurements on here, and all those labels just start to clutter the sketch. All right, then, but I'm going to add some points. So another thing you can do here in terms of labeling, under labeling, you can choose to, automatic will do everything. This will do only new objects. This will do no new objects, or just new points. And since I'm going to add some points and I want to have those labeled, I'm just going to select new points. Because what I want to do is I need to find the midpoint of this side and the midpoint of this side. And GeoGebra has a tool for that. So if we come up here under the point menu, we have midpoint. All right, so for midpoint, you can either select 2 points or a segment or a circle or a conical. We're just going to find the midpoint of this segment by clicking on it. There it is. Same thing over here. Okay, now I've got the midpoints. The mid-segment connects the midpoints. So again, I need the segment tool. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do is I want to measure these. All right, so again, under this angle, these are all of our measurement tools. I want to look at the length of each of these segments. So click A, B, E, F, and C, D. All right, I can move these around. And finally, the last thing that this particular task, if we go back and look here, so we've done everything so far. We've measured these. And we want to examine the average, how the average of AB and CD, or AB plus DC over 2, how those compare with EF. So we need to create the average of this side and this side. So probably the easiest way to do it is we'll just come down here to the input. I'm going to call this average. You can call it whatever you want, but average seems to make the most sense. Average equals, and then what I want to do, so notice I have distance AB here, and I have distance CD here. Those are the names of those, and these are the values. So down here I just want to use those. So in parentheses, I'm going to put distance AB plus distance CD, so that's my numerator, divided by 2. And there's the average. All right. So we could at this point stop and just kind of look at, well, there's my average, here's EF, and we can begin to play and see how those are related. One little thing I'm going to add is how to do this in terms of dynamic text, because it's not that hard, and it's kind of nice if you want to create something for students. A lot of times the algebra window is a little overwhelming for students. There's a lot of stuff there. If we put dynamic text here in the space, then we can just close this out. So I choose text. All right, so here what I want to do is I want to create a fraction. So I'm going to go to LaTeX formula, and here I want to choose a fraction. Oops, this form here. And so you can see it gives you a preview. This is A over B. So I just want to replace A with, so all the objects that are over here in the algebra window are also here in this objects list. So I want to choose distance AB, and then plus distance CD. So we see we have those now, and then I can just replace the B with a 2. And then I'm going to set that equal to the average. This is another object I've created, so I'm just going to put that, where did that go? Here it is, average. And again, here's your preview. So click OK. I have this dynamic text. So again, this 6.23 refers to average. I can close out the algebra window if I want. It just makes it look a little cleaner without all that clutter. And now you can, as you move this, the numbers will update, and it makes it maybe a little bit easier to compare. Anyway, so that's how we do that. The last thing I want to point out here on the sheet, so it asks you to, these are, once you have your construction, these are the questions that it asks. The last question, have you learned a theorem about midsegment of a triangle? How is the midsegment of a trapezoid similar? So you can do the exact same, if you want to explore that, you can do the exact same idea here, except using the polygon tool, you can make a triangle, and then find the midpoints of two sides and connect them. And then that's a way that you could, if you connect the midpoints of two sides of the triangle, that's the midsegment of the triangle. So you could think about how that might compare with what we did here with the midsegment of a trapezoid.